Are you serious? Are you serious? We have information that the United States drone has been shot down, and the Yemen Houthi rebels, who are funded, of course, and completely supported by the Iranians, the Houthi rebels are saying they shot down a U.S. surveillance drone. Now, over at the CrusaderJournal.com, reports are that Yemen's Houthi forces shot down a U.S. drone, a surveillance drone, in the capital of Sana'a. The Houthis control the state news agency is reporting. The Houthi movement and its ally, of course, the former president Ali Abdullah Saleh, control much of northern Yemen, including the capital, and are battling a Saudi-led coalition that is trying to restore the internationally recognized government that was under President Hadi. The United States backs the Saudi-led coalition by providing it with intelligence and weapons. A military source says that the Houthis' air defense shot down a U.S. MQ-9 surveillance drone today. The Reuters photographers say the drone came down at 11 a.m. in a crowded area on the outskirts of the capital, but there were no reports of any casualties. The charred wreckage of the aircraft was carried out by the Houthis aboard while they were on the back of a Toyota pickup truck. Can you imagine that? Launching a missile from the back of a Toyota pickup truck and shooting down a U.S. surveillance drone. What? Anyway, Bahrain-based U.S. Fifth Fleet did not immediately respond to a request for a comment. More than 10,000 people have been killed by these Houthi rebels in Yemen in the civil war there, and which began, of course, in March of 2015 when the Houthis invaded Yemen and overthrew the government. They took over the capital. So they controlled the northern part of Yemen, but not the rest of Yemen. And that's because the Saudi Arabians, with a coalition supported by the United States, are holding them at bay. Okay? So this has caused a tremendous humanitarian disaster in a country where more than 2 million people have been displaced, while 750,000 people are suspected to have been infected with cholera, which is spreading. That's disease. It's terrible there. So we got a lot going on here. The White House has not commented. There's no response yet out of the Pentagon about whether confirming the situation, but we're still waiting for more information. We'll talk about this as the Iranians continue to make their move and North Korea. Now, you know that Rex Tillerson has been talking with the Chinese, and he even said that they have communications open with North Korea. But President Trump said, Rex Tillerson is wasting his time. Talking to North Korea is not going to work. So Trump is using that type of leverage, basically saying, North Korea, you know what, we're not playing your games. You can sit and talk to us if you want to, if you will, but we know what you're all about. So there's a lot moving forward toward a war, a serious war. And if the Iranians are caught, and we already know they are, the Iranians are allies with North Korea. This thing could expand, folks, beyond just North Korea and South Asia, because they're linking North Koreans with the Iranians. And Trump, during his speech, the president in front of the United Nations identified two rogue nations that have to be dealt with. And he called them out by name. They are North Korea and Iran. Now, we're going to keep a close eye on both of those and everything else going on. We're living in perilous times. And don't miss tonight. Sunday Night Live starts at 7 p.m. Eastern at my website at www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. Give your life to Jesus Christ, because there will be wars and rumors of wars. But we're talking nuclear holocaust if we're not careful.